live stream lecture. And before we get into today's very important lecture, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please support my channel, subscribe to my channel, and also share my channel with one person you know in the real world or one person you know in your household. Have them to check out my channel, but let them make decision on whether or not they want to subscribe. You know, my channel is very, very close to getting ready to hit that first 1,200 subscriber milestone. And also I want to share with the viewer that I've revamped my strategic business plan in reference to my YouTube channel. You know, now for the past few months, I've been doing 6 live stream lectures per week. But now I'm going to return back to doing 2 to 3 live stream lectures per week. So that'll free me up to get back out there in the zip code, to get back out there in the natural environment 4 or 5 days out of the week after I get off work, to engage the people in the real world to acquire ongoing natural subscribers for the year of 2023, to continue to cultivate and develop and to grow my channel. You know, I tell anyone, I don't care what you're working on, you have got to have a strategic business plan in place, which is the driving force behind what you do. So with that being said, the focus of this lecture is evergreen content is the way to go. Evergreen content is the way to go. You know, this is a caveat to a live stream lecture that I did on time sensitive content. So what is evergreen content and how can you leverage it for your content marketing strategy? Because believe it or not, as a content creator, I will hope that you have incorporated into your strategic business plan your content marketing strategy. Put simply, it's content that retains relevance, is not time sensitive, and it continues to drive traffic long after it is first published. Evergreen content is continually relevant and stays fresh for readers or viewers or listeners over a long period of time, as the name implies. And also, let me have a sip of my coffee. That first cup was water. So, you may think that all online content or social media content is sustainable. After all, a blog post doesn't just disappear after you publish it. But evergreen content is different. It continues to be relevant long past its publication date, with search traffic growing over time. Common evergreen formats or common evergreen topics could include instructional videos providing useful information such as how to apply makeup, how to repair an air conditioner, testimonials. You know, like my book title, Awake Financial Freedom, is a powerful testimony of me giving on how I rose from financial destruction to complete financial freedom. So my book is an example of evergreen content that will maintain its relevance far into the future, because you got people all over the world right now who, some may even be listening to this, who are drowning in a sea of debt and want to know how to get out. Other examples of evergreen content is educational topics such as relapse prevention, starting a garden, tips on saving money have more longevity than a time-sensitive content. You know, content centered around, example of some time-sensitive content is content that centers around the holidays or current events in the news, are examples of time-sensitive content. Some other examples that I want to talk about in terms of evergreen content is how to write a winning manuscript for publication. And I'm going to do a future live stream lecture on literally how I wrote my winning manuscript for publication acceptance by a major publishing company based out of New York, Page Publishing. That is going to be a very powerful live stream lecture in how to write that winning manuscript. Other examples of evergreen content is how to care for a new puppy. Animals and the internet are a pretty strong combination, but pieces like this are fun and instructional for new pet owners. How to recognize 10 behavior signs of relapse prevention is another example of evergreen content. This is very informative information for family members to know if they have a loved one in recovery from alcohol or drugs, and then having the tools and the information to be able to recognize those 10 behavior signs. And I've done many topics on relapse prevention, recognizing the behavior signs of relapse. Another example of evergreen content is how to attain public watch hours for your YouTube channel. How to raise your credit score is another example of evergreen content. In my book, there's an area in my book where I literally share with the reader on what I did strategically to raise my credit score from a 340 to an 800 plus, literally laid out in my book in one of my chapters. So that validates again that this book is 100% evergreen content. And I'm here to tell you how to get out of debt is another example of evergreen content. In my book, I talk about one of the strategic approaches I used to get out of debt was a combination of the snowball approach and the avalanche approach. The snowball approach is when you pay a bill multiple times throughout the month. You're sitting in smaller amounts. And the avalanche approach is where you attack that bill and you pay a large proportion of that bill at one time. So those are all some powerful examples of evergreen content. It is important to note that you should add your own unique spin on evergreen content, because each content creator has their unique style, unique to them, their deliverance, their presentation style that's unique to them. And what is it, evergreen content? I want to close it with this in terms of, and it's kind of a spin-off to my topic I did on time-sensitive content. But so you can be clear in regards to what isn't evergreen content. To further explain what evergreen content is, we gotta look at what is not evergreen content. To better clarify what kind of writing is considered evergreen, or what type of content is considered evergreen, we can examine what types of pieces are specifically not evergreen, such as news articles, statistics or reports that will quickly go out of date, because statistics and reports will most definitely go out of date. Articles that focus on pop cultures, celebrities, or a current trend would be examples of what's not evergreen content. Current clothing and fashion trends is another example of what's not evergreen content. Seasonal holiday topics are other examples of what's not evergreen content. Because remember, evergreen content has no real expiration date, and it retains its value in the long term. Now, it really does. It really retains its value in the long term. So an article about a presidential election or this year's marketing trends may be popular content for now, but it will not make the cut as evergreen content. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have gotten something out of this very informative lecture. And, I can say, that a lot of my topics, a high percentage of my topics are more evergreen content driven. I'm really excited in regards to the trajectory path on where my channel is going. I got a lot of phenomenal topics coming down the pipeline. I've gotten several suggestions from many of my natural subscribers. I honor those requests, but I'm telling you, I really do. I will let the viewers know that that Marie Holiday YouTube channel is about to do some phenomenal things in the year of 2023 as I share my knowledge, as I share these informative, thought-provoking topics to the masses. Because it's all about, putting information out there that is of value, that a person can utilize that information or share that information to make a behavioral positive change in their life. That is what this channel is all about, is putting out great information and you never know who that information could be of value to any one of the listeners, and I'm here to tell you. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have gotten something out of this very, very powerful lecture in terms of evergreen content is the way to go. And also, please make sure, if you have not purchased my book, Awake Financial Freedom, I'm getting many phenomenal reviews on my book from the various platforms, from individuals who have purchased this powerful testimony, this evergreen content testimony in terms of how I share with the reader on how I rose from financial destruction to complete financial freedom. So that's all I have. Please do not forget, hit my subscribe button. Be a part of my channel as it hits its first 1,200 subscribers. That's all I have. Simple Fidelity. And I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.